Oh shit, don't forget. Maybe he'll be in here. Gotta stop and check this shit out. Make sure they ain't going nowhere. Don't look like it is, but it's sketchy. Got a sketchy load on this little trailer. So for those that don't know, I had to run to Ohio while I was there. I decided to get some shit. Paul was in town visiting me in Tennessee. He had Beth's trailer, so I kind of stole Beth's trailer. Shout out to Beth. She knows those. I really didn't steal it. I kind of did. She trusts Paul. Paul trusts me. Here I am. But the only way to get on it, what I needed was I have a big ass. I thought it was a 250 gallon tank. It's not. It's only a 120 gallon tank. But it's still huge. It's way bigger than the 100 gallon tanks I see. So I laid it down. I have an armorer's cabinet that I use for storage in my garage. Now calling container. It's on there laying down. We're going to have to empty it out just to be able to get it out. And then I had 4 sheets of roofing metal, 16-foot steel, on top of 2 extension ladders. I brought the extension ladders with me so I can lay the steel on top of it. I don't know, you can probably see it back there on the truck. But so I strapped the tank and the cabinet together, then I strapped the steel one down on top of the ladders. I mean, it looks to be right and fine, I think. I need to stop and check it out, so I'm gonna pull over up here and jump out. Check it out. I don't see any movement out. I don't think all these major ass bumps. Next place I see is safely. Just jump off the road real quick. I'm gonna jump off the road. Pull over the exit. Anyway, oh shit. Brakes. What's up? I know what he's trying to do. I'm going this way. That same supposed to pull over to me. So, what'd you say, buddy? Look, right there's a racetrack, Kentucky Speedway. Look, Kentucky Speedway, there ain't no fucking 4 trucks anywhere like they said, is there? Remember? They kept saying all the parking lots were full of 4 trucks because they couldn't get the semiconductors. Look, right there's Kentucky Speedway. Right behind me. And there's no goddamn trucks in the parking lot. Anyway, this metal's got a few creases in it. The way I got strapped down, I really don't give a shit. This is going to be for a lean-to. Conics and tape. This shit see, I got it strapped down here. Everything's just strapped together. But I hate for one of the sheets of metal to come off and go through somebody's windshield and take their head off. Yeah, I know, I'm an idiot. But I got her to get home. I ain't got no headlights in my truck. They went out. I have no damn. I don't have any freaking trailer lights. So I gotta get home. About I don't know, maybe 3.5, 4 hours to get up. Put your seatbelt on, Chris. You got your seatbelt on? Good boy. And the only headlights I have LEDs under my my main headlights. The LEDs are still working, so they'll pass as headlights. I passed 2 cops last night with them. I say they got them under time to fix them. The headlights are expensive. $35 a piece or some crazy shit. So, but anyway, what's hard, man? Fine. We're gonna do an ask anything. If you got something to ask, I will give you the answers. There we go. I got my what? Damn, you got your raised. My raised, what do you mean? On my head? I always shave my head, man. Well, I normally do. Like the wintertime, I let it go because I always wear a hat. But it's starting getting a little warm out. I cut some trees down the other day, and God, Kentucky, whoever lives in Kentucky needs to write your fucking congressman or some shit, your transportation board, and get them to fix these damn roads.
All the roads are terrible.
The roads in Kentucky suck, man. I mean, they beat your cars to absolutely to fucking death. I mean, look at this shit. I mean, you got to swerve in and out of lanes to try to miss these holes. Like crap. They swallow my truck.
When you come from Tennessee to Kentucky.
So my truck, we got weighed the other day. My truck weighed 7,600 pounds. I was thinking it weighed like 10,000 pounds. It weighed 7,600 pounds with me and Paul in it. And when I hit, these holes are so big, when I hit them, it literally throws my truck sideways if I ain't got a trailer on the back of it. Like, no bullshit. That's happening on this road. It's insanity, man. Where's all this fuel tax going to? I mean, they've been working on this 275 as long as I've been driving. But they can't fix the the damn interstate. I don't know. Whatever. I just got off the phone with is Dry Fire in here?
I haven't seen it.
Alright, if you see it, let me know. Just got off the phone with Francis, a good friend of mine. He was a subscriber. We've become friends over the phone. I haven't got the privilege of meeting him yet. Oh yeah, big shout out to Beth too. Thanks for the trailer. But I've been on the phone with him for maybe the last 30 minutes or so. We have some pretty good conversations. You know, he's a real Christian man, like a real Christian. He's not one of these counterfeit Christians that run around praising the pigs and shit. Like he gets that a man who believes he has authority over another man cannot be a Christian or even have faith for that matter. So we talked for about the last, I don't know, half hour or so. And then I decided to do a live stream and ask anything. So, what are we going to talk about? I'm sick of always having to come up with shit to talk about. It's time to put that on you all. Well, here's something really funny. Joe Biden calling Putin a tyrant. Yeah, Putin is not doing anything different than we did in Iraq and Afghanistan. He went in with his form of whatever, claims it to be the best, and he's going to fuck shit up, and everybody's going to listen, or he's going to kill you. It's the same thing we did in Iraq and Afghanistan. The same fucking thing. We still ain't finding damn weapons of mass destruction. Not one. Yet 19 Saudis run a plane into a building, allegedly, and we never entered Saudi Arabia. In fact, we were still good friends with those fuckers. Don't know why. I even heard, and I could be very wrong about this, but I had heard through somewhere, I read an article that was talking about us buying oil from Iran now. I mean, we're still buying oil from Russia, man. Like, it's all political theater. You are nothing more than funds, and they don't care to kill you. What'd you say?
Angry said that he's about a week or so away.
That's what you told me that earlier. Yeah, Angry Fishing is supposed to be coming up soon. Good. Bring your credit card. Just don't tell your wife.
You're retarded.
Yeah, I'm just playing. I got a headache for some reason. Give me my medicine, please. That's probably why I got a headache. Oh, man. I drank some energy. My mouth's still fucked up. I don't know what the hell is going on in my mouth, but I got to get it figured out. Christy said the things in my, like, it looked like I had holes in my mouth. It was like blackheads in the back of the top. And she said, looked at it last night. She said it didn't look the same. It looked like they were closing up. I don't know. I think when I ate that pizza, there was something on it I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to codeine, for sure. So I do have some type of allergies. I think I'm even allergic to cats because, like, when I start petting our cat, my nose starts running. But I don't know. I gotta get it figured out because look at that. Oh, I can't see what you can see. I wish that was a big old bottle of Percocets. I really would have a headache then. What'd you say? Where did you learn anything about that? Because I have never once ever said that in my life. So you heard that from somebody else somewhere. Where did you hear that?
What happens in Tennessee stays in Tennessee. YouTube.
Yeah, we're about to keep you off YouTube.
No doubt.
I don't know why you're so obsessed with learning about drugs.
I'm not.
Drugs are bad. That's all you need to know. You do them, I'll shove my foot in your ass.
It's a part of the song. It's SpongeBob says.
SpongeBob?
And then it plays the song.
SpongeBob does.
SpongeBob talking about perk 30s? I used to get them from a doctor in Florida. Remember that shit?
In Tennessee. What?
When I go to Florida again?
How could I forget?
Oh, man. I done some pretty dumb shit, man. But, damn, look at that. The truck is about ready to RV off the road. I used to go to Florida when we lived in Campbell County, Tennessee in 2007. And I used to go down to Florida and get pay bills. Big old funnies.
People are a commodity.
Yeah, people are commodities. The government, they are. But I remember every trip all the way down, every stop. I can tell you everything that happened. I remember two things on the way back out of all the trips I made. I remember fighting a dude on the side of the interstate and fighting a dude in the hotel room. I don't remember anything else. I remember driving. I remember leaving the pharmacy.
That's about it.
I remember that time that Jill went with us, or jail with her boyfriend,
Wouldn't
and then
kill him.
they got us stuck down there.
Yeah, because they have no money.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we'll pay the way back. We get down there, they don't have no money. Their plan for getting back was stealing shit. Like, oh fuck no, we're not doing this. I got a gun on me. We're doing all kinds of, you know what I mean? Like, no, we ain't doing this. Fucking bastards. Anywho, old times, no fun. There was, I don't know if I changed it if I could, probably not. I wouldn't be who I am today if I changed it, right? Or would I be who I am today but like 20 years earlier? I don't know. Anyway, here's what's going to happen. They're going to fucking Ukraine. If they're lucky, they won't be made a sheet of glass. Putin is not trying to drag people into World War III. If he wants to do that, all he'd have to do is start firing nukes off. Shit, he wouldn't have to do that. He'd just start firing conventional bombs off. The U.S. really don't give a shit, because if they did, they would send in a couple of A-10s and they would take out that whole 40-mile stretch of alleged Russian military driving into Ukraine. Supposedly it's a 40-mile stretch of military vehicles. We have these planes called A-10 Warhogs that were specifically designed to destroy Russian tanks. They have, what's it called when, like a nuclear something is made where it's not radioactive. Holy shit. Depleted. They got depleted uranium in the 30 millimeter shells and things fire, and they're made for destroying tanks. You send in a couple of A-10s and they will take out. They can send in a bunch of javelins, but they don't. Why? Because then if they did that, there would be no propaganda to spread. They couldn't play political theater, the puppets wouldn't watch, and the sheep wouldn't graze. So they're doing what they do, and people are doing what they do because people are fucking inherently stupid, unfortunately. And they're going to keep buying into it. It's just going to continue to get worse. I'm going to continue to complain because nobody's willing to do anything, and doing anything on your own is just kind of pointless until somebody physically violates your rights. But then it would be game on, because God gave me my rights. You will not put man's law above God's law in my life. Period. I like them apples. What are you laughing about? I want to laugh. I like to laugh.
Because Lisa's girl, she had her surgery today, right?
Yeah.
And I asked how she was doing. She's like, the medicine is not knocking her out. Like, what the fuck is happening? Like, what is she taking when they give her? That's that, and like, she's a very
High strung.
high strung little girl. Yes, she's very.
So she's getting high. She ain't falling asleep.
Right.
That's why it's not put around. They already use the day pills on a very limited basis. Don't want her to like them too much. Or giving her a bunch make her sick. That's what I do. One of my kids ever got hurt. I feed them a bunch, like they got Percocets. I feed them like 4 times a dose, and they got sick the first time. So they was afraid of them.
Remember when we did the page trying to show her fucking big pills?
Chris got a cousin named Paige. This bitch won't shut up. I mean, will not shut up.
Never.
Will not shut
like,
up.
Won't.
So
And she was doing something else that made it worse.
Yeah, she was on meth out at the time. So I needed her to shut up. Like, I was a 24, 25-year-old dude. I got a new girlfriend, Christy, and I got better things to do than be sitting here talking to your little stupid ass about whatever it is you're talking about. Her nickname, like for real, her nickname, people knew her as the cute little cocksucker. Like, no shit. So anyway, at the time, I just got out of prison, and I had my prescriptions from prison with me. When I was in prison, I went to the psych doctor, and I like literally had this bitch crying. Like for real, the psych doctor had tears in her eyes and shit. I was just telling her all kinds of crazy shit because I was just stuck in CRC, which is a 23-1. I wanted to try to sleep my time off, so I needed the best drugs I could get in prison to do that, and I did. She was giving me 300 milligrams of Elevil in the morning and 150 in the morning, 300 at night. So when I came home, I had all those meds too. They give you 90 days worth of meds when you leave. Yeah, 90 days. So I slipped her an Elevil and put her ass out for 24 hours.
No, remember? We gave her like 1.5 or something?
No.
And like 2 hours later, she was up and still talking?
No, I remember giving her a bunch of pills and her going to sleep at some point.
She did. She went to sleep. It only lasted for like 2 hours. She was up again. I'm like, how the fuck are you awake right now?
Right, so this trip normally costs me about...
What's your address?
Normally it costs me...
You don't want none.
You don't want none.
She's a selection for dope.
Yeah, Yeah, she's.
Jack Lowe wants to know how you got your testosterone.
I went to a place called Optimize You. That's $100 for your first blood work, then $134 a month after that. And they do the blood work, tell you what's wrong with you.
Or list of weapons sent to Ukraine. Sent one, gotta send other. Leaked one is PDF.
No, I haven't seen it. That's how. Look for Optimize You. And here's what I can say: that if it's $134 a month, that's going to cost me, which it's due on the 7th, and I don't know how I'm going to pay it. Don't matter. But anyway, that's another video. It's worth it. You know, the initial cost is there. You know, you'll have about $250 in it. It's totally changed how I feel. Like, I still have pain and shit like that, but my motivation, like, I'm 15 years younger, 10 years younger, at least. You know, I was waking up not wanting to do anything, talking myself out of getting shit done, and now it's like, go, 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 go. Ain't it? Don't you think so? Yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So, it's well worth it. It definitely changes something in you. My testosterone levels are fucked up because I had something going on with my liver, or my anemic and something else. I don't know.
You're supposed to see Gully for that, so he could give you your.
What?
You were supposed to see Gully for that, just so he could give you
Yeah,
your
I gotta see my
referrals.
I know. I just gotta make
Better
time.
need to make it for the end of this month.
Right. Right. Call the chiropractor back to Southport, please. Maybe one too for the day that you gotta come back.
At Tennessee.
I gotta wait till
So
tomorrow.
in Ohio,
But what if, yeah, it's.
turn the heat on, baby, please.
Yes.
I'll burn it up.
No, it was on. Jesus.
Can't wait any longer. 11-year-old
Are you
has to
taking
see the
synthetic hormone
chiropractor.
injections?
Huh?
Are you taking synthetic hormone injections?
Yes. Yeah, like they do it. Like they give me all the meds. I do it myself.
And don't just get anybody off the streets.
Yeah, don't buy that shit off the street, you know, man. It's cheap enough where you can go to the doctor and get it, and it's legit. You take it for 4 weeks, then you go back and have blood work done, and then they alter your dose as needed. It's not hard to do. You take a half a milliliter, which is 50 units, in a 100-unit syringe, and you can stick it, you know, your fatty tissue in your arm. I do mine in my stomach. And like you know, they say it takes 10 days to start feeling the effects. I felt the effects within hours. I could tell a difference, but my testosterone level was like super fucking low.
Yeah, it was like non-existent.
It was non-existent. Like literally a 14-year-old teenage girl, her body was making more testosterone than my body was making.
Steven says, I thought that raised risk for strokes and heart attacks.
It may, but I don't really give a fuck. I'm not afraid to meet my God. So if I can get more done today than I would have otherwise, I'm cool with it. If I got to lose 6 months off
Did
my
they
life,
give you
feel better.
anything saying what could happen or the side effects or anything
Yeah,
like
they said
that?
you might lose your hair. I said, motherfucker, look, I shaved my shit. I don't care.
But that was it?
I'm gonna ball anyway. He said your testicles might shrink a little bit. I said, dude, I got balls the size of fucking elephants. I'm cool. If I lose a little bit, I'll be normal then. And he's like, all right, you're good to go. I said, okay.
You made your... Well, never mind.
But here's the thing: when your balls look smaller, your dick looks bigger.
You're retarded. Oh my god.
Well, I mean, hey, you know,
Who you showed it to? Why does it matter?
me. It's like a self-esteem thing. You're like, hell yeah, I'm 40. I just gained a quarter of an inch. Motherfucker, where you been at my whole life? I could have used you. It's like when you shave it.
Hey, did you know your kid's back here, right?
Listen, you was just talking about perk 30s, and I've never talked about perk 30s with you. You were trying to say shit that I've never talked to you about. You watch way worse shit on YouTube than I would have ever talked to you about. And you know what? Maybe if I'm honest with you and I talk to you like you're there instead of like you're not, and I don't hush you out of what's going on in the world, maybe you'll know more than other people do when you're older. How about that? Maybe you know not to do drugs at 10 because you know it destroys your life.
That's why people think he's
You don't have
disrespectful because he's only been around adults.
No,
And
because
so
we treat him
well, yeah, we
as an
treat
adult.
him like an adult
But
as
it's
well.
not. But here's the thing too: they treat him like an adult too until they don't want him to be an adult.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Don't have adult conversations with my kid if you want my kid to be a kid, because he can be a kid. We can make that happen. But if you want him to be a kid, then you must not treat him like an
What
adult.
Review has to say, And Steven says, make sure you ask God for forgiveness of your sins. Only that covers sins in the blood of Christ. He's the way to eternal life, bro.
Yeah, I don't buy it. It's not my belief. I definitely believe, I've said this before, was there a man named Jesus that walked the earth and did miraculous things? Yes, there was. I don't put any faith in that Bible at all. Zero. None. Zilch. Nada. I don't believe that I have to be quote-unquote saved or have some spiritual awakening or some shit like that in order for me to go to heaven. You know, and here's why I don't buy it. I was in jail. I think I told this story before, where I used to, on Sundays, everybody would go down to church, and I'd sit up in my cell and chill. And the pastor comes up to me one day, he's like, hey, why don't you come down and join us? I said, why don't you go fuck off? That's not what I said to him at first. I said, well, wait, let me ask you a couple questions, and maybe I will. I said, what? I said, there's Chomos next door, because they had all the PC people in the pod next door. I'm like, does God forgive people for molesting children? He's like, well, they asked for forgiveness. Okay. I said, so what you're telling me is there's child molesters right over there. If they ask God for forgiveness, they can be saved, and they will go to heaven. He's like, yes. I said, well, I can watch your service because I'm not trying to go there. So that's why I don't buy the I'm saved shit. I buy that I'm a human being. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to do wrong. But I'm going to live my life to the best of my ability. If I don't get in heaven doing that, then it probably ain't the place for me. God's a forgiving God. There's no reason to be saved. Just my opinion. Not trying to change your mind. It's just my opinion. Believe what you believe. It makes you a better person.
Any sin can be forgiven. It's what you do after you ask God forgiveness.
Don't buy it.
If you continue.
If God forgives fucking Chomos, if God forgives this dude, and what the fuck, a little kid, I don't. Number one, I don't buy it. But let's just say God does. That's not the place for me to be.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Because like he also says, like adulterers cannot enter the kingdom of heaven, murderers can't. But if they ask for forgiveness, can they? But he says that they can. He even talks about a gay man. I forget the term that's used in the Bible or whatever, but they said that, you know, if it means a feminine male, they don't enter the kingdom of heaven. Right. But if they ask for forgiveness for being gay, can they? No, I don't know. I don't think so.
But is the Bible even right? Or is it just a control mechanism? I mean, the Bible was written by man. It wasn't written by God. Jesus wasn't writing the Bible. It was men following him around, his disciples and shit. Who was it, actually? I forget now. Were they his disciples? Is that
if you
in the Bible?
Children, you're not forgiven. What?
But according to some Christians, you are. All you have to do is ask for forgiveness.
Yeah, I don't.
And then how far does that go? What if I harm an adult that has the mind of a child? What if I harm an adult that has the body of a child? Like, I don't buy the salvation thing. I was just talking to Francis about this. Just talking to him about this. You know? Here's how I live my life. I know that the Ten Commandments, whether they are real or not, is a moral map of principles, maybe. I didn't say that right.
I know what you mean.
The Ten Commandments is a pretty good start to how you should live your life. The Golden Rule is like your North Star. I want to live my life how I choose to live it. I want to treat people as well as I can. I want to help who I can, who I choose to help. And if that don't get me into heaven, it just is, I guess it's not the place for me. I'm not concerned with what happens to me after I die. I've done the best I can with what I've had after I've come to realize there's something bigger than me. Hopefully it's enough.
They are not forgiven. Most Christians are deceived. Most have not even read the Bible, let alone their religion works.
Well, I mean, even if you read the Bible, it's just like the Constitution. Just because you read the Constitution doesn't mean you understand the Constitution. I mean, I've read the Bible straight through, and I also read it how it's supposed to be read. Allegedly, how it's supposed to be read.
KB says pretty sure Jesus
But my problem with it is that, like, you know, the Bible, the King James Version is missing 7 books. Who decided to take those books out? Some people say Catholics wrote those books. It wasn't in the original Bible. But okay, but now they're in Catholic Bibles. So if they're in the Catholic Bible,
have your own relationship. That's all.
Yeah, like I have my own relationship.
Your house is your church. Your body is your church.
I have my own relationship with my God. It may not even be your God. My Jesus may be a different Jesus that you pray to. You know, I just try to live my life the best way that I can. And I don't push what I believe on anybody, not even on my kids. Like, my kids know they need to come to their own conclusions. Don't follow me. Because there's a high probability that I'm wrong. But at the same time, as I just told Francis, there's 4,200 religions practiced in the world today. 4,200. So one of three things is possible.
That's what I said, Paul.
4,199 of them are wrong. Everybody is right, or everybody's wrong.
Look up the definition of repent. It means the changing of your mind. It does not mean ask for forgiveness.
Right, but some people say that you must ask to be saved. And that, like, listen, here's why I'm so against religion. So my first wife, Heather, wasn't even really my wife. It was really a fluke. But I had a kid with her. And we got married. And we was married for what? How long was Heather and I married? Like, we was married for a few years, but we was only actually married for about 2.5 weeks. The rest of the time was just a bunch of drama bullshit. Her family, her dad was a preacher at the church they went to. The church that she went to had a restraining order put on me. I wasn't allowed within 1,000 feet of the church or some shit. For nothing. Like, I legit did nothing. They called the cops and they're like, we don't want this dude here because her parents didn't like me. The only way I could see her, I would have to go to their church on Sunday to see her. Like, her parents were fucked up. So after they realized that we're not going to keep our daughter away from this dude, they kind of tried to get along with me. Her dad is literally preaching at a missionary Baptist church on Wednesdays and Sundays. He's in the pulpit. He's got the baptismal bathtub behind him. He's up there, hands in the hallelujahs, or not hallelujahs, that's Catholic. Up there praising Jesus and amens and all this, right? Watch porn and drinking Jack Daniels on Mondays and Fridays. And I'm not being funny about that at all. Zero funniness about it. Now, they were some big people. Heather's mom was she's a big heifer. She got to be pushing. Goddamn, she had to be pushing 500 pounds back then.
She's a big girl.
Right? She's smaller now than what she was.
Really?
Oh yeah, her mom. Fuck yeah. She had to be pushing 500 pounds. So her dad was getting all these pornos, trying to figure out positions they could actually have sex. I'm not shitting you.
She did what?
So like, I seen all this shit, and they like the way her parents treated me. Heather would do something like piss her mom off. Like, her mom quote unquote babysat for a living. Heather was stuck watching the kids, but didn't get any of the money from it. Like, I had a real problem with it. So I spoke my mind. First time I ever met her dad, he had a gun in his lap. It's the funniest shit ever. Like, it's some shit like you see in TV. Like, the boy walks in to meet the girl's dad, he's sitting there with the 12-gauge shotgun. It was one of those things. And when I walked in to talk to him, I could tell he was trying to make me look at the gun, like, be afraid of him, you know what I mean? So when it finally came up, when he picked it up, like, put it right in front of my face when there was no doubt that I missed it, I just kind of laughed it off. I'm like, I got a 9 out of the trunk, you want to see it? I was like 16 at the time. So we didn't get off to a very good start. Her dad, and then look what her mom did with.
It's about money too. Look what they did to us.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Look what they did with my son Nick. Now, her whole family was in on that. It wasn't just fucking Heather. Heather's a follower. She's not a leader.
Yeah.
That was all her mom's doing. But see, Heather is one of those people that thinks the world owes her something.
She's still to this day says
still,
her mother.
Right, still to this day says it was her mom, but she still lives at home too. Her mom and dad moved out of their 3-bedroom house into a camper in the front yard, into a 27-foot camper in the driveway, and Heather now raises her other 2 kids there at her house, one of which is severely obese and going to have a lot of problems in life. The other one, I feel very sorry for her that she has a mom that's such a piece of shit. But these are all people that have been saved. These are all people that, put Jesus first, they put God first. And these are all people who are fucking corrupt, immoral, pieces of shit, worthless, non-deserving of life, fucking idiots. So, anybody that wants to know why I question anything having to do with religion, there you go. Heather's number is 625, what's her old 7218? It was the same phone number that we had when I lived in Ohio. Yeah, the same phone number like when I grew up in Ohio, like 0 to 9. How would she know me? She didn't know me.
Afterwards.
No, she had it when I met her.
Oh.
So I grew up in Ohio from the time I was born until I was 9. Then we moved to Campbell County, Tennessee. My phone number was 513-625-7218. My first wife's phone number when I moved back to Ohio was 625-7218. Don't know how that shit happened.
So, Mad Max says, so like most things, so-called Christians have it all wrong. You don't ask God to come into your heart and ask for forgiveness. He just wants you to seek truth and then repent or
I've said this before, is that Christians in this country are not really Christians. Christians in this country will do anything in their power to keep from meeting their God. God gives you a bad heart, they don't die, they get signed up for a heart transplant. They call it God's will. Or if it's God's will, God will do that. God will do this, God will do that. Just had this conversation. You can either believe in God's will or you can believe in free will. So if you read the Bible, and you believe in the Bible, you have to believe in free will. Because if there wasn't free will, then Adam or Eve wouldn't have sinned, right? She wouldn't have ate the apple.
What's your favorite fishing spot?
Favorite fishing spot? Ooh, Cedar Creek Bridge.
Lego man was asking.
Cedar Creek Bridge on North Lake in East Tennessee. We'll go out there, we'll drop a spotlight down over the water, put it, they sell you spotlights, they're in styrofoam. You hook it to a battery, extend it, drop it down off the bridge, right on the water, the shad start floating around. You just use a treble hook, you even got to take the bait with you, just snag the shad, drop it right below the school shad, and turn crappie up all night, man. Yeah. Has to be the spot. What's up?
So the Bible, how did they go from Greek language into English?
Translation, because there's people that know both languages, but the problem is that there's words in both Hebrew that are not in Greek and then Greek that are not in English. So like for an example, let's say semi-truck, right, in English, and we want to translate that to Greek. Well, let's just say they didn't have a word for that in Greek. How would we translate it if there was no word? We would have to add something. And the person writing it is the person who chooses what to add.
As the book says, only 144,000 people will be left in the end time that are redeemable. If you ask me, that looks exactly like that's happening. I thought the 144,000 was who was actually standing on the mountain to fight the devil or whatever.
Regardless, here's why. So there's 330 million people in this country. Let's just say that half of those believe in, they call themselves Christians.
I hope only 144,000.
They will. Most of them will do anything that they can to not have to meet their God. You go to Afghanistan, and whether they're right or wrong, whether their God's real or not, those motherfuckers will strap on a bomb and go kill them goddamn selves right now to prove a fucking point. Because they love their God, they want to meet their God. You don't have a nation of Christians, you have a nation of cowards who claim to be Christians. No different than the cowards that claim to be patriots.
Bess is fishing across the road from my house.
I need to start, dude, I haven't been fishing in a long time. I need to go this spring with my boys. It's kind of cold out now. I guess we can go catfishing, but
I knew that.
I got a lot of work to do. What's up, buddy?
Was that a show pit, catfish track pond?
Blue, yeah.
Yeah, that thing was massive. It was like 30 pounds.
Yeah, we went fishing with my dad, Pay Lake. I like Pay Lake too, man. Just because you can just sit around and bullshit. I don't really get into fishing like I like to fish. You know what I mean? Like I like to fish. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of other things I would do before I go fishing, but I need to start doing those things with my kids. They need to get outdoors more and then actually go do it themselves. We live right down the road from the water now. He got his 4-wheeler, the tackle box, and go down. I think we're going to sell a couple of the 4-wheelers. I think we're going to sell the Green Blaster. I think we're definitely going to probably sell the Banshee.
No,
Styles one want to.
I don't want something out of them.
Oh, I know that. I know you don't. But, okay, would you rather have, there will come a point, possibly, no, forget it. We'll talk about that later. What else? You guys got to have some better questions than that. You got to have something to talk about. Anything? I can't read while I'm driving, so you have to read.
They started outside. I hear most people got it all wrong.
I think they do too, man. Like I said, whether Christ is make-believe or not, whether Jesus was really there or not, I think that there's a real benefit to. So let's take religion out of the world.
And why can't nobody see the actual Bible that was wrote? You know what I mean?
The
The actual
text?
page, the text, yes. Why can't no
their
one see that?
excuse is because light damages it, moisture damages it. I think they've been on display before. I don't know.
They have.
I don't know. I think they have, but I'm not for sure.
But like, it's hidden at the Vatican for a reason. Why?
There's a lot of shit hidden at the Vatican.
No, I know.
The Roman Catholic Church is evil.
Huh?
The Catholic Church is evil.
Oh, it is.
I was raised Catholic.
Angry said we'll find somewhere to go fishing.
I could die literally with a bottle of Jack in one hand, a plate of Coke in the other, a hooker in my lap and a smile on my face on a bet and still go to heaven because I'm Catholic.
Jack said, did you see that University of Sweden discovered the vaccines turn into DNA in the liver?
Just doing what?
Did you see that University in Sweden discovered the vaccines turn into DNA in the liver?
No, I didn't.
And how soon do you think we're to nuclear war?
I think it depends, man. You know, it just depends on what they want when it comes to nuclear war. I mean, I don't know. I don't think anybody really wants it. If Russia wanted it, they would hit the button. I mean, that's how far we are from nuclear war. Hitting a button. A couple of people getting together and hitting a button. And I would assume that Putin has the power to hit that button on his own. I doubt that there's any chain of command in Russia for hitting that button when it comes to the president. He can probably just call them and be like, hey, push that button and smack the west coast of the United States. And that's what would happen. I don't ever see, I mean, it might try to throw some conventional bombs our way. I don't ever see a nuke. A nuke doesn't have to hit us in order to kill us. We have the jet stream that goes right over the United States. All they have to do is detonate a dirty nuke in the jet stream, and you have millions of people that die within the following months.
Think we're on verge of a golden age?
No, I don't.
No.
I think we're on the verge of an epic downfall in history. We're going to be known as we're going to be remembered as the state in history that lost even the illusion of freedom. The turning point of the fourth industrial revolution, when you will own nothing and be happy.
I think we're at the end of the run of a psychopath having power.
Where's your evidence of that, though? You know, I don't see any evidence of that. Because in my mind, like, you look at Perry, and I hate bringing this dude up, but I'm going to anyway, because he's the prime example of a psychopath. Zombie farmer. So, I mean, you know, the king, it doesn't matter who the king is. You can remove the king, another king will take place, the minions underneath will continue to do what they do. That's why the men who founded this country didn't send one guy over to slit King George's throat, because they knew that it would change nothing. Somebody would just take his place, and everything that affected them directly would remain the same. So they declared to be independent, and then when the British policing forces, the Redcoats, would not leave them alone, kept trying to enforce the king's rule on people who refused to consent. They fought, and a lot of people died. A lot of people died for us to be free, and they died in vain as we sit here and do nothing. I'm just going to go buy a British flag, go ahead and start posting out the front. I got a flagpole out there. Yeah, I'm going to go get a British flag, start flying at my flagpole. Okay. What?
So what?
Huh?
Do you think it'll get worse before it gets better?
I don't think it's ever going to get better. Because there's too many people that have no idea what freedom is. Just basic freedom. That's not even diving into, well, you kind of have to know what rights are before you can know what freedom is. Oh, great. Oh, no. You have to know what rights are before you can know what freedom is. There's 300 million people in this country who have no idea what rights are. 300 million people have no idea what freedom is. And everything that they believe, they justify because of their personal bias. So, like, when I talk about drinking and driving and how, like, DUI laws are immoral. A lot of people disagree with that because they have a personal bias. They can't see that if there's no victim, there's no crime. But they also can't see that if we use the argument, well, what could happen? So because you're drinking and driving, you could kill somebody. That same argument's used against us for everything else. Well, if you have the freedom to own firearms, you could kill somebody. And I'm not willing to go down that road. I'm not willing to be the person who decides. I'll decide for me. I'm not going to decide for you. I don't give a shit what you do. I don't care fucking less. I don't care if you snort cocaine from daylight to dark, smoke crack, shoot heroin. I don't care if you run through hookers like you're going out of style. I don't care. I don't care. I do care about one thing. If you are a dick sucker, like when you're in the joint, remain a dick sucker when you get on the street. Don't be out here taking pussy for all the dudes that live a dude life all the time. You want to be a bitch, you go be a bitch.
Sounds so gross.
It is gross. Think about that. Motherfuckers do it too, man. wasn't for my family, I probably wouldn't be alive. Things would be real different. I mean, I don't want to say there's no hope, man, but hope is a killer. You know, hope kills people. Like when you go to prison, they don't send you to time. That time is really hope. You know, the day you hope you get released. You hope that out day comes. You hope your old lady answers the phone. You hope the person coming to visit you comes. You hope the commissary don't get canceled. You know what I mean? They send you to hope, and I've seen hope kill people. I just think it's over because people don't want to be free. The ideal of freedom is great. People love the ideal of freedom. But when it comes to freedom, they have so much personal bias and have accepted so much indoctrination. It's going to be impossible for it to happen. And it sucks. It sucks for my kids worse than it does me. But it does. Yeah, my family, man. Like, if I didn't have my kids, I would live a totally different life. I know that. What do you think? You think I would? Yeah, I'd still be off the chain, doing stupid shit, wouldn't I? Yeah. If it wasn't for my kids and shit, my family, I'd probably still be doing some dumb shit somewhere. Right now. I'd be hanging out in an older bando with a bunch of crackheads. Shooting heroin, talking about this is the last time I'm doing it. I wish that everybody would open their eyes to what's going on. Here's the thing: is that until people are willing to recognize the real problem is not the politicians. The politicians can be dealt with on a non-violent level. But as long as they have the protection that keeps the people from applying repercussions to those who deserve it, i.e. police, there's no changing it. You know, they wouldn't do what they do if they got tarred and feathered for doing it. You know, it's just like the mom that has the kids, can't feed them, gets welfare. Let that oldest one die from starvation. Let's see how many more she pops out.
Texas Trump is going to come back in 2024 and be the savior in order to lead the Patriots up for full force insurrection.
I seen a meme the other day. I was on Facebook posting. Actually, it was today. I was posting an ad like for work to get some more work coming in. And the first thing that was there, I only read the first post because I can't get on the Facebook thing. But first post that was there was about Trump. It said if Trump runs for senator or senator in 2022 in Florida, damn, look at that truck's on fire right there. What the fuck? Is that dude? Wait, what's going on here? That motherfucker stole that truck.
Oh my god.
Holy fucking
serious?
shit. I gotta roll that. Here, take the camera.
Holy shit. He is
I'm
in
gonna
there.
have Silas stay here.
Stay here, Silas. He is in there, man. Oh, shit. Stay right there, Silas, okay? I got my phone right here. Here, he's in that fucking truck. Here, hold this. Oh my god, he does not look good. He does not look good. Oh my god, everyone's just passing him up. Oh. Hold on, guys. You might not want to get near it. Don't you hear that? Is that shit gonna blow up, Nick? Oh, he's talking. That fucking thing's gonna fucking blow up and he's going over there. Holy shit. No, he's not fucking okay. Where is the fucking ambulance? Did somebody already call 911? Nick, did somebody already call 911? Okay. Oh my God. I'm gonna turn it around. I don't even know how to, but I don't know if you can see. They've already called 911. The tanks are everywhere. You can hear them. It's bad. I can't tell. You guys can see what I see. What the fuck? How did he fucking go over and fall asleep? Oh my God. Guys, I'm gonna end this. I don't know how, but I'm gonna try. He'll come back whenever we're done with this.